Okay. We finally ready. It says I am live. And there is the preview. Excellent. Ah, what a day this has been. I have to say. I'm going live right now. Yeah, I am live under skins. Ninja, what's up? It's been a little bit since the last Undertale stream, actually. Been playing a lot of Pokemon Violet lately. Been doing a lot of raiding. What's up, Onyx? Yep. I'm ready to start here, Monty. Of course I do. Maybe later, okay? It is stream time now. Yeah, going live tonight honestly feels kind of like a footnote compared to the stuff I've been hearing about today. And the stuff that I've seen today. I did get your message, mates. I saw. But yeah, I mean, my man Zach's mod has been picking up traction. I'm so proud of that guy, man. So proud of him. It's been really fun reading all of the comments he's been sending me, what people have had to say about his mod. Like, oh man. I remember when he was first talking about getting into it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I just remember being very cautionary with what I said to him. Just being like, yeah, you want to go for it, by all means, just careful what you're getting into. Basically along that lines. Now here we are. He got his mod picked up by Cane Monger and a couple of other people that have a lot more traction than I do, so I'm proud of the guy. I'm proud of him. Like, if you haven't played my man Zach's mod, go download it right now. Go get it right now. It is so worth it. It is a fucking experience. And I mean that in all the best ways. It is so much fun. Yeah, sounds good, Zach. Sounds good, Onyx. You have a good night, man. But yeah, the other big highlight was the hockey game tonight. Like, I got home. Last I'd heard, it was 3-1 in favor of St. Louis in the second period. And tonight was probably the longest and most eventful second period I've ever watched in my fucking life. Like, we put up 5 goals in the second period to make it. And then St. Louis got one at some point. So coming out of the second period, it was 6-4. And the St. Louis goalie got a fucking match penalty. Because after the, I think, 4th or 5th goal, he was starting to lose his shit. Like, our guy bumped into him going over to our guys to celebrate. And he took that personally. Just skates over to our guys and just throws his blocker up at one of them. And then that starts a skirmish at their end of the rink. And our goalie, Flurry, just skates over there. He's like, You want to throw the blocker at my boy? Come on. Just sets his helmet down, throws his gloves, like, let's fucking go. You want some of this? fucking crazy. It was a fucking crazy game. Oh, I'm so glad I got to see the back half of that game, dude. Hilariously enough, one of the St. Louis guys got a hat trick, but it was basically a footnote compared to our fucking 8 goals. Like, holy shit. It was such a fun game to watch. On a different note, what have all y'all been up to since I was last live on Thursday last week? How are y'all doing tonight? Because yeah, when I haven't been live, I've basically just been grinding up some mons to use to raid on Pokemon Violet, and I've been doing some raiding. Just trying to get more treasures to sell for money, and trying to get more money for vitamins to train mons. It's kind of a never-ending cycle right now. There's, like, properly training mons is expensive if you want to do it right, which for raiding in Violet, I'd say, is very much needed. And my philosophy with that game right now is that, like, the more mons I have trained, basically, like, I want to have a bunch of mons trained so that if there's a post-game battle facility that gets launched in one of the upcoming expansions later, like this year or next year, you know, I'll have some mons ready to go that I can slot into a team. Just prepping for a road trip that you'll be going on throughout the weekend. Ooh, sounds fun. I have been summoned. Who's talking shit about me? We have. Fucking congrats on your mod picking up traction, mate. It's been so fun reading all of the comments that you've been sending me of what people have to say about your mod. It is so much fun to read. Like, for real. I'm really proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you, dude. Oh, man, if Sansi plays it. Fuck yeah, dude. He needs to. I said it earlier to everyone watching. If y'all haven't played my boy Zach's mod, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing here? Go to fucking Reddit, go get his mod, and go play it right now. Do not waste your time. It is so worth it. Do not waste your time here. It is so worth it. Called Heart for One for future viewers who want to play it if they haven't seen it already. It's probably something I should have mentioned. So yeah, thank you. Thank you, Zach. And I haven't talked much about the actual mod here. The actual route we're gonna be starting tonight. Dibishi and Canemonger. Mm-hmm. Like I said, channels with a lot more traction than myself. There we go. Another thing that happened today. I found out about this while I was at work because I got the notification, but Disheartened Games finally launched their DeviantArt profile. I'll pop this up in the obligatory bullshit window. But yeah, they've got a DeviantArt profile now. So I put it in the description if y'all want to check it out. But yeah, y'all need backgrounds? I put the link in the description, so go give them a look. I'm like Moist Man himself right now, about to go, yeah, baby. You deserve it, man. I can do that, yeah, I can edit that in. Do you still got the link in the description? There we go. Afro-Zero thinks the fact that I made a mod is nice. Yo! Fucking recognition from Afro-Zero. Oh, the vigilante creator himself. Let's fucking go. You fucking go, man. That is awesome, Zach. That is awesome. Oh, I'm so happy for you, man. Just said to him, been working on this thing since November. It's better be fucking nice. Wouldn't expect anything else from you, Zach. Oh, man. You go, man. You go, man. Everybody go check out Heart for One. My man Zach's mod. Go check it out. So... Alright, I'm finally done sending out links. Done with my preamble for tonight. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna go Natsuki Chapter 1. I don't know know if it starts right at the beginning or what, if I just hit chapter 1. That's the thing I've been thinking about today, how I'm going to present this. One of your mates, Cast Verse Mods, has started Omori playthrough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can understand why. That game is quite the experience. In my experience, I am used to it, but nevertheless annoyed. I guess we'll just see where the story takes us. Wherever it starts us with Natsuki Chapter 1. It's one of the few times I wish I had longer hair. Block out the sun from hitting my eyes. You heard of this thing called blinds? Yep. Think she had a mental breakdown in the first hour? Jeez. Just what did she see in that first hour? That's what I want to know. Make sounds of the train hitting the rails remains a reminder of where I am destined. Yep. Seen this all before. I look out of the window that I happen to be sitting next to and into the city. Stories I've heard about this place. When I found out I was coming here, I'll tell you it left a sour taste in my mouth. Train begins to lose momentum, signaling our arrival momentarily. Oop. Yep. Just as it does 23 other times a day. Yep. Those around me, myself included, stand up and begin to depart the vessel. Well, when I step out onto the nicely maintained concrete, I hear a voice calling out to me. Ben! Ben! Cock my head slightly towards the direction of the sound and see an old man that used to be an acquaintance of mine. Oh, she saw something. Yep. Understood. Understood. So you have seen things. I have too. Why would somebody fill a piano with water? That just sounds like a bad idea. Didn't expect to see you here, old man. For me as a man, around 5 feet 7 inches. Pretty short compared to the normal people I'm around. His wrinkled face and squinted eyes turn into a genuine smile at the sight of me. Same with you. What are you doing here? What's up, imprudent? Yeah, we just got into town. You here for anything special? One of his eyebrows lifts up. Nope. Just here to go to school. His face changes. It looks as if he is surprised. What is that face for, old man? I thought I'd hear those words come out of your mouth, Ben. Act 1's the same. Until you get to the choice to hang out with one of the dokies. You can skip. Alright then. Once we get past this, we'll skip ahead. Back in, well, you know. I'm so spry to go to school. That I was not. But times have changed, and I am ready to go to a normal school for once. Smile returns. Pats me on the back with an all too familiar pattern. Yeah, I just chose chapter 1, Imprudent on Natsuki, and this is where it plopped me, so. Well, that's great! What are you doing here? Well, I retired. Came out here to live with my daughter and her kids. Daughter? Now there's something I didn't expect you, of all people, to say. Yuri was initially winning the poll, but that changed over the last couple of days. I posted it in the announcements channel on the server. Natsuki won with the majority, 43%. Sayuri was in second with 30%, and Yuri actually lost 27%. Those ended up being the final totals for everybody. So yeah, Natsuki won out. Everyone gets old and needs to settle down eventually. Yeah, but I never thought you would. Expected you to remain with the majority of us until you finally gave out. Well, here I am. Do you have a place to stay? Yeah, I've got a house somewhere near the school. East side? Northeast. good her route's one of the better ones? We're gonna find out. Sayori's route is so much better, though. Well, a certain somebody I know thinks Natsuki's route is the worst, so we're gonna see how that assessment holds up. That's what I'm really looking forward to seeing. Oh, you were gonna walk there? Pretty much. Where's your luggage? Everything I own is in the bag on my back. Point one of my thumbs to a black Kevlar backpack I have securely strapped to me. You always travel light, don't you? Easier to disappear when necessary. Come on, let me show you to my car. Buy your leave. Alright. Now I'm gonna go to the game window, and I'm gonna skip ahead. We're gonna skip to our decision here. So what is new with you, Imprudence? How are you doing, man? The part where they're escaping the forest is way too long. Oh yeah, I had fun. Just got the last of the nurse. The nurse's sprites. I was about to say, further context, please? Further context, please. Alright, well, we're at this point now. So I'm gonna go to a new page. Just yoink that. Had us in the first half. I turn to Natsuki. When we make eye contact, she looks away for a second, clearly perplexed. Mind if I read your poem, Natsuki? Without saying anything, she slides it to me, face down. Not sure if this is the final choice before your route is decided, because I still have the skip option. Yeah, we're at this point. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I do like it, though. But what? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because... Oh, nice. Good deal. Everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. In fact, even the most complex of messages can be delivered in just a few simplistic words. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end and made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in that last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? I guess not. Altogether, it was about 70 Australian dollars. Nice. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Especially if it means I don't have to hear any more rude comments from her. They don't even bother me, but I'd rather not hear them. Either way, I pass it back to her. I guess we'll go in the order of who won and lost the poll. So, Sayori are next. Turn to Sayori, who is already staring at me, waiting. I see. Almost as if she knew I was going to pick her. Did you now? Hey, Sayori, let me see what you wrote. Here you go. Yep. What I expected. As I read Sayori's poem, I notice her handwriting. It's about what I expected. Sayori, let me guess. You wrote this poem when you woke up today, yeah? What makes you say that? You put that you wanted breakfast. So? Since this assignment was given to you yesterday, at what point since then would you want breakfast? Other than that, it's a nice poem. Do you really think so? Uh-huh. Yay! Alright, Yuri. You had the initial lead, but you could not maintain it. May I read your poem, Yuri? Yuri looks disheveled and shyly holds her poem in her hands. Sure. You look sad that you lost. It's okay, Yuri. We'll do a mod focused around you one of these days. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. I had to reread it multiple times. Not a bad thing, just making sure that I understood it. That's a relief. Also, I liked it. Even though it's short, it was very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Ben. Ugh. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, soon to be left with nothing. Very deep and poetic. It's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. For Rigi, that's gonna be a lot of orders. Probably. I would have never thought of that. That's impressive. Yuri smiles softly and takes her poem back. Alright, girl. Best for last. I cocked my head towards Monica. Monica? Yeah? Would you mind if I read your poem? Of course. The hole in the wall. Yep. So, what do you think? It is very freeform. I think that's the right word for it, yeah? It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. Guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany, you say, huh? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, since it's kind of coming on strong. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's something I like to focus on while I write. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, Your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Very wise words. You're more intelligent than you initially come off, Monica. Thanks for listening. I passed her poem back. Alright, I think I'm gonna do some more skipping because we're still not at the right choice yet. So, till we get to something we haven't seen yet, I'm just gonna skip around. Yep, so now it's the next day. This game's take on the next day. Yep, now we have that. Okay. Reached another decision. I don't think this is the last one again. I don't even remember who I chose last time. I feel like I chose Natsuki last time, just because she was the one I'd spent the least amount of time with. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. That skip indicator tells me I did, so whatever. We'll roll with it. Ah! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. What is she looking for? Collection? Oh, wait. Didn't Monica say the other day that Natsuki keeps a manga collection in the club room? You looking for manga? You read manga, right? I have read some, but I don't actively read it. Don't ever have the drive or time to, really. Manga's one of those things where it either is your type of thing, or it isn't. For me, it's the latter. Purely because I've never read a lot of it. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! She snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Already? Oh, I'll have to look at that later. Looks like Natsuki has a form of obsessive-compulsive disorder. I mean, hey, I think most people can agree with. A box set with one missing is just... Ugh! Like, what are you doing? I can't lie. It slightly bothered me as well. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. She points to the door. Hey, what's up, Sarah? How you doing tonight? Making assumptions like that is extremely stupid, Natsuki. Well, you have it written on your face. So you can read my emotions solely based on my bearing? I stare her directly in the eyes. Why are you staring at me like that? What am I thinking right now? I love that. I don't know. Probably something stupid. continue to stare at her. Got a new phone, so I'm using it as a game phone. Oh, nice! What kind of phone, if you don't mind me asking? What I'm doing is a simple intimidation factor. You manage to keep a bearing and focus solely on the subject's eyes, they begin to second-guess themselves over the most simple of things. Yeah, most people don't like being watched. It is solely out of a growing intimidation. You can ask almost any untrained person. Having someone consistently maintain eye contact with you can easily create unease. Once you display unease, they've already won. Can you stop? She shakes slightly. Yeah, sure. Natsuki, I believe you had the wrong idea at my reaction to this manga. I have never heard of it before, so I have no right to judge it. Yeah, you shouldn't judge things without learning about them. Exactly. Kinda like me, yeah? What do you mean by that? Well, I recall when I first walked into the club room, you attacked me simply because I was male. You didn't get the chance to learn, or get to know me. So in a sense, you're a hypocrite. Right. Guess I was wrong about that. T-Mobile Revel 6. I'm not too familiar with that model. But glad you got a new one. Been thinking about replacing mine maybe sometime in the near future. My charger port doesn't work, my battery's not the greatest, the left speaker is just dead, so, I mean... I really only haven't bothered to upgrade because it's still working and it serves my needs, so... Yeah. It really blows my mind, Imprudent, that the idea of buttons on a phone is this advanced technology with newer phones. It's like, really? Like we really can't put a physical fucking button on this thing? Are you fucking for real? That is just mind-boggling to me. I'll have to find out at what point, like, iPhone removed the home button. So I know to never go beyond that until they bring it back. Because that is just fucking dumb. Yeah, I hate that. It is so dumb. I've honestly been thinking about jumping ship with Apple for the longest time. The only thing I'd have to do is get, like, all my pictures and shit off of it. The entire front is just screen. That is so fucked. Like, is it asking so much to have some kind of border? I'm sorry. Yeah, you're fine. It's not like it hurt my feelings or anything. Baka. Anyway, what is this manga about, anyway? It's a little embarrassing to admit, but I am interested in this. Oh, let me show you! Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. Stop yawning, Ben. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe-y. Don't just stand there. She grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. God damn it, me. Stop yawning. Do I gotta fucking bust into my marshmallow Reese's for a sugar rush right now? Fuck's sake. Ever since daylight savings, my sleep schedule's been fucked off. So yeah. Fuck me. Really? I've always heard it pronounced Moe, so if I have been pronouncing it wrong, then my bad. Yeah, I know that. I was just not aware of the pronunciation. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Off we go. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Maybe because every person I've talked to in my state calls it Reese's. As long as you understand what I'm talking about, who cares, really? Wait, we're reading this together? Duh. Okay. Guess it is easier to become close-quartered like this. Ugh. Don't just say that. Make me feel weird about it. She crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Alright. Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. I will admit she caught me off guard. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wait, wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Ugh. You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I don't really enjoy those. Life is never as happy as these stories make it out to be. I find it very unrelatable. Yeah, Zach, I remember the old commercials from the 2000s. Reese's Puffs, peanut butter chocolate flavor, Reese's Puffs. Trust me, that shit is ingrained into my head from the millions of times I saw that ad. Sure, maybe for a little bit, life will stabilize and mellow out. No matter what, it's going to kick your door down and drag you out. Even if you kick and scream, it'll be of no avail. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be a plot? Well, obviously! You'd think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and some of the romance starts to happen. That's when what makes it so good. So many touching parts. Is that a fact? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? It isn't that hard to understand. She gives me a little shove. Angry noises. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. It's just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, she pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah? Why does that matter? Well, you enjoy baking too, right? Just a coincidence. Just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Sure, Natsuki, sure. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. Feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, it's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so judging is fruitless. We read on for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't bothering you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. You say so. Guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. You know what I mean? Huh? Ugh. You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. When you take off your socks when your foot has a huge hole from a blister. Ouch. Blast has appeared! Welcome, mate. How you doing tonight? Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? If you want to punch them in the face. I'm well aware of those kinds of people. I'm pretty good today. Today was a pretty fun day today. And I am one of them at times. Some people close their minds to certain areas of culture, never deviating from that, and if you do, you're an outcast. You're looked down upon, without a second glance. Fig glances down at my right hand, which is in a fist. I release my grip shortly thereafter. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Maybe, Zach, maybe. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. It's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, enjoy it. Jeez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. What's new with you, man? Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happened. She points her finger at one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her. She's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, so I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Oh yeah. That's how I feel most of the time with my zombies obsession. Ugh. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, that makes me smile a little to myself. Alright, I think we are back on the main track. So we're gonna skip around a bit until we get to the next decision. Tried watching FNAF lore, but your head died. That's what happened to me when I tried to watch like a 4-hour video on explaining the lore of Call of Duty Zombies. Whoop. We have reached text we have not seen before. As I reach my neighborhood, my phone notifies me of a text message. Hey, listen. Monika's having a sleepover tonight and we're gonna be there. You gonna come by? As I reply, I reach my front door. Turn around and lean onto it. Why would I? Why not? Smirking is nuts at Natsuki's use of emoticons. I reply to her as logically as I can. Because when a bunch of girls have a sleepover, it isn't customary to have a boy there. Come on! What, are you scared? Scared of what? You tell me. God, this girl. No. Please. I really need you to come over tonight, just for a bit. Well, this is an odd surprise. Why? I would feel better if you did. Something wrong? Dummy, don't jump to conclusions. Alright, fine. I'll stop by later. Send me the address. Natsuki promptly texts me Monika's address. When are you coming? Whenever I leave. I will show up, so don't worry. I'm not worrying. Don't make me wait too long. Jesus, she's impatient. I informed Natsuki I will stop by later tonight and that I have something planned for the next few hours. Now swat her. Damn it. She gives me her normal crabby attitude, then a sweet and soft talk to you later. Ha! Lying down on my bed, I read the rest of my newspaper. Feel my eyelids begin to feel heavy. So I set an alarm on my phone and close my eyes. Interesting. All the girls having a sleepover. I'm not gonna lie, it did pique my interests. Of course, I don't intend to do anything stupid. But some more personal time with Natsuki, that I can look forward to at least. As my alarm blares, I get up from my bed and get dressed. My nap was super needed, to be honest. After the entire day, I was drained. But it isn't over just yet. Might as well take a shower and get something to eat before I head out. Here we are. As I approach Monika's house, make sure to take mental notes of the area. Nearby bushes, trees, fences, and other landmarks are of a conspicuous nature. After taking a few steps around the perimeter of Monika's house, I knock on her front door. Oh, Ben! You're here! That I am! Come in! Immediately upon reaching Monika's living room, I'm greeted with a very clean and organized atmosphere. Each of the girls looks at me one by one, their eyes lighting up. I look at each of the girls. Yo! They seem to all be sitting and watching TV. few blankets are covering the floor for cushioning. Natsuki shyly walks towards me. Thanks for coming. No idea why you're thanking me. You basically nagged me to do it. Oh, come on. I wasn't that bad. Anyway, what are you all doing? Well, nothing really at the moment. Siri wanted to watch a movie, but I kind of wanted to make cupcakes. Monica said it's okay, and she's got the stuff to do it. Oh. Oh, I got it. Why don't you help me? Make cupcakes? Sure, I don't see why not. Natsuki smiles, and we walk towards the kitchen. And she wasn't kidding. Hey, this looks kind of familiar. Where have I seen this before? Not a perfect match. Monica has a wide assortment of different appliances that'll make this a breeze. So, where should we start? With the batter, of course. Once we make the batter, we can begin to make the frosting and little decorations. Alright, sounds good, Zach. You have a good night, man. Let me know of any further developments with your mod mate. You're planning to make these look decorated? Sure, why not? I don't think that is really viable here. You're not presenting to anyone, you're just making cupcakes for us. I didn't say I wasn't making anything for you. These are for the girls. No boys allowed. Oh, you're gonna pull that card, huh? Well, I know a way to fight back. Don't you dare! Let me have one of those cupcakes. Only if you work really hard. Ah, fine. She begins to hastily prepare the batter. I assist her by creating a secondary batch, as instructed. I take all the advice she gave me from some of our several baking sessions. Natsuki almost made it a habit to drop by once in a while and make cupcakes in my kitchen. Is that right? I never really bothered to stop it, since her company is nice. I've also begun to pick up on her baking skill, too. Whoa! I actually made the batter pretty good this time. I followed your directions to a T. Awesome! Let's get started on the frosting then. Actually, I already did that. What? Here, look. Reach over to the counter and retrieve a blue bowl with the concoction that makes a whipped frosting. Natsuki dips her finger into it and tastes. This is amazing! Man, you're awesome! She squeals with joy. She runs over and hugs me. Aww, cute. Someday, hon. Someday. Woman said give me a damn warning! It's retaliation. I wrap my arms around her and begin to give her a bear hug. Hey, not too tight! Ugh. Ow! Realizing I may be squeezing too tight, I let her go. That's payback for attacking me. That was a little too tight. She gently rubs her arms. Yeah, sorry about that. It's okay. Pop the cupcakes in the oven now. Actually, can you do that? I'm gonna go use the bathroom. Yeah, alright. Making sure the batter and frosting are on par with Natsuki specifications, I place 2 trays of batter into the preheated oven. Nice. Natsuki hasn't come out of the bathroom yet. Uh-oh. I think we might have fucked up, guys. I think my boy here might have fucked up. Kneeling on the counter, waiting for her to return. All of a sudden, I realize Monica isn't anywhere to be seen either. A moment later, she emerges from the bathroom. Both of us meeting eyes, I motion her over. Yeah, Ben? You were in the bathroom with Natsuki. Is everything alright? Yeah, everything's perfectly fine. Monica, you're lying. Every time you lie, you look to the left for a second and your left hand twitches. Oh. Tell me what's going on. This is something I think you should find out on your own. I'm not trying to blatantly conceal things from you, but it's better off this way. I understand. I knew you would. Just please be more observant. Ah, I get it now. Yeah, will do. Without saying another word, she walks away. Natsuki leaves the bathroom as she does. Sorry that took so long. No, it's fine. Learn not to complain when a woman takes her time. It's not like I wanted to come back to you quickly or anything. Oh, shut up. I know you were just dying to return to me. You wish. I motioned to Natsuki that I put the cupcakes in the oven. Great job. It should be done in about a minute. Bing! Need a sound effect there. The oven alerts us that the timer has ended. Natsuki puts on some oven mitts, leans down and opens the oven door. While she does this, one of her sleeves rolls up slightly. Her skin is discolored around the forearm in a purplish hue. Oh! So that explains the long sleeves then. Damn, fuck. Bruise? Natsuki places the trays of cupcakes onto the oven to cool. I look her in the eyes. Natsuki? Yeah? You okay? Of course, dummy. Why do you ask? I point to her rolled up sleeve. Yeah. She quickly rolls her sleeve back down. Don't worry about that. It's not important. Yes, it is. Natsuki, please don't hide this. For a moment of silence, her eyes meet mine with a scared projection. Without hesitation, Natsuki grabs my arm and guides me through the living room to the hallway towards the bathroom. Listen, don't tell anyone about this, okay? You have my word. Just tell me what's going on. Turn away just for a sec. Okay. Following her request, I turn around and face the door. Okay. Look now. When I face her, Natsuki's long-sleeved shirt is on the floor, revealing several extensive, serious bruises littering her arms. Yeah, not just there, but one there, one there. God damn, what are you going through, girl? I mean, we all make some assumptions based on past experience, but I want to wait to hear it from the mod itself. Fuck. Oh my god. It was much worse than I originally anticipated. Natsuki. It's from my father. Yeah, so first instinct, first impulse is what you'd expect. Your father did this to you? Natsuki closes her eyes and doesn't reply. How? How would a man do this to her? Her own father. You can find words to offer her comfort. I'm with you, man. But what do you say in a situation like this? Sometimes it's better to just say nothing at all. Just be there for her. Why would your father do this to you? He doesn't like something I do or say. He hits me. Tears develop in her eyes and drip down her rose-colored cheeks. Even when he does feed me, I don't eat every piece of food he gives me. I get beaten, he throws it all away. Takes what money I do have for food. He... Grab her and embrace her tightly, making sure not to hurt her. Yeah, we learned that mistake last time. Jesus Christ, girl. Have a hug. Natsuki. That's why I wanted you to come over so badly earlier. Tears begin to dampen the area of my shirt that she buries her face in. Whenever I'm around you, I feel happy, safe. You treat me like a normal person. Not hurt, beaten, or made fun of. This girl, she doesn't deserve the shit she gets. I've been down that road. Granted, I was able to get out of it, but with severe consequences. I am who I am now because of them. Capable of anything and anyone I set my eyes on. Learn to become something beyond the average man. I'm an outsider, a demon, a freak to the norm. Natsuki feels the same way. Now I fully understand. Please, just stay here with me for a bit longer. Of course. I caught on to how your father is from all this time I've known you. He wasn't always a bad man. My mom died. He changed. It was so disturbing. He gently pounds on my chest. I don't respond. Just let her vent, man. I can't look at myself in the mirror anymore without seeing him on top of me. Wait. Don't tell me. I release Natsuki from the embrace. She nods. I don't believe it. What type of twisted fuck molests his own daughter? Walling up my fist to try as hard as I can to keep my voice down. Yeah. I need to make this all better. Natsuki, I'm gonna be here to help make things better. Don't finish that. Please understand that I want to help you. I am going to help you, whether you like it or not. That is something I can promise you. Just being here with you helps, and expect me to do that more often. Okay. Grabbing one of her hands and holding it in mine, missing a word there. I look into her tear-filled pink eyes. I kneel onto the ground and look up to Natsuki. Just for a moment, I get a hint of nostalgia. Ashley, this is exactly like when you first found me. Knelt down and looked straight up into my eyes. Assured me you would help, whether I liked it or not. It's funny how life happens to end up, What are you smirking about? I keep realizing that at one point in my past, I was exactly where you are now. Someone emerged from nowhere to help me. Kind of like how I came out of nowhere to help you. I never expected anyone to come and help me. What can you do about my dad? There isn't much I can do directly about him. Besides, I only care about you, not him at all. Quite frankly, after what I've heard tonight, I wish I could do him as much pain as he's done to you. But, in reality, that is something I can't really do. So, we will have to make do with what we have. Albeit, I am not much, I'm something. You're more than you think, Ben. Been a big help to me. And it's not like I asked you to care about me. Standing back up, I wrap my arms around Natsuki. Don't tell anyone about this. Of course I won't. But that is something I don't tell anyone about. Referring to me giving you a hug. I don't think the girls would believe it anyway. She giggles sadly. That's fine by me. We should head back to the living room. Yeah, I kind of want to see the movie they put on. Would you like me to join you? I don't want someone like you watching a movie with me. She giggled. What? You scared? It'd be like, kind of like a date? You aren't that brave. Whatever you say. We returned to the living room shortly after releasing each other from our hug. When we return to the living room, we finish decorating and icing the cupcakes and then distribute them to the other girls. Natsuki and I sit on one of the couches after she takes a big blanket to cover up with. It isn't long before she falls asleep on the couch. Good mod, 10 out of 10. Very nice. Monica flashes me a few confirmatory glares, which I acknowledge. She smiles gently and returns her attention to the TV. Realizing how late it's getting, I half consider spending the night just to make sure Natsuki's okay. But I won't give them the trouble. Before standing up, I make sure Natsuki is fixed in a position to make her comfortable. Yuri and Sayuri have fallen asleep as well. Only Monica and I are awake. So how did it go? She told me about her father. I assume you knew? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be heading home right now. If she wakes up, please let her know I was with her until the end of the movie. Of course. As I walk home, I replay the entire night several times in my head. I think it's important that I act accordingly. Can't be rushing off gung-ho in the name of justice for Natsuki. Some things just need to be dealt with the hard way through methodical coercion. Yup, and I am the best at that. Flopping onto my bed, I stare at the ceiling. My mind is completely empty. No thought, no emotion, no activity. Just relaxation and peace. Yes, my favorite. Yes, monsieur, my favorite. The next morning. Alright, I'm gonna skip around a little bit. So I don't know if we're in... I don't think we're in Natsuki route proper yet. Yep, that didn't take long. Literally just a few lines. So I'm guessing we're starting to reach the point where we're going to see a lot more unique stuff. Last night really kept me up late. I shrug the exhaustion from my system and go to my living room. Natsuki hasn't texted me yet, but Monica has. She explained that Natsuki was still asleep and was expected to be for a little while longer. She also asked me if everything was okay after the reveal last night. I assured her that it was. But now, I have something else I must do. I have to go meet Julia in a few hours, so might as well get what I plan to do out of the way. Reach into my backpack and pull out my commissioned laptop computer. Oh, I don't know if we saw that last time. Opening it up, I go to a website I use often and input a known username and password. Curious about something. I type away onto a specific section of the website. I shouldn't be doing this, but I don't really care. I finally reached the part of the website I intended to reach. It asks me for a name and I input Natsuki. Now, to await results. Most likely an angry call from Julia. Shrug to myself in morbid humor and ask for what I searched for it to pull up. Here we are. Music stopped. Oh boy. Hold on to your butts, everybody. Here we go. Something doesn't seem right here. I mean, the record looks clean. Too clean. Lowering my eyebrows, I refresh the search. Same results. Feel a cold chill run down my spine in anticipation of finding out something I was never meant to know. Cool Skeleton 92 is his username. Yep. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do for tomorrow night's thumbnail. Bloody genocide route. Attempt 1. Part 1. I've seen records like these before. But those were different circumstances. Thinking of a secondary idea. I pull up another website and log in. Once again, asks me for a name, and I input Natsuki's. Accessing the parental information section, I notice that only Natsuki's father is listed. Copying his name, I revert to my previous website and perform a search. What? The illuminated screen before me displays no results found. That's an anomaly. That's not good. This isn't right. Take out my commission phone and dial Julia's number. Hello? Julia, it's me. What do you need? Kinda busy right now. Put the bottle and makeup down. This is important. Oh, you're such an ass at times. I resent that. What do you want? I need you to run a search for me. Is it about the searches that you just did? Correct. What importance do these even have? Normally, I wouldn't bother you about this. Especially since it involves that girl you've been hanging around with. You're missing the point. I need you to run the following name. She sighs in defeated acceptance. What is it? Matsumoto Kaijin. Kaijin? Kaijin? I think I'm gonna go with Kaijin. That is a very cool piece of lore. Other than Natsuki, we've never really had a proper name for him, so that's really cool. Why am I pulling up his private records? I checked his public records and there's nothing. What? What do you mean there's nothing? I didn't stutter. There's no record of a Matsumoto Kaijin ever existing. You're lying. Search it yourself, you blonde bimbo. Excuse me? I am not blonde anymore. My sweet Julia, you missed so many points that you should carry the rank of a 6th digit. Do you want me to run the search or not? My apologies, beautiful. I'll have the records for you soon. Standard delivery. Thank you, Julia. And she hangs up. Yes, that will be interesting to see. So yeah, there is something going on with this man. Maybe more so than usual. And that has me intrigued. Taking a moment to comprehend the event that just happened, I sit in silence. There's more to this than I originally anticipated. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. The concerned look on my face, I close my laptop and return it to my backpack. Turning on the shower, I step in and rest my head against the wall. It's been a few hours since I searched up the Natsuki and found public records, and it still bugs me. Normally I wouldn't care at all about what I find in public records. However, Natsuki is different. Like, someone has altered her records to make it as minimal as possible, coupled with the fact that I couldn't find a trace of information about her father. Concern washes over me with the water, and I doubt Natsuki has any knowledge of this either. Yeah, you think she knows how to do this shit? Well, she had texted me that she wanted to hang out today. I accepted her self-invitation to my home, and I'm getting ready. Since Julia's doing the search for me, I don't expect any training today. Thank God. I finish my shower and get ready for Natsuki's arrival. I wonder if he's gonna bring it up. So, 3 o'clock. I lean my head back onto the couch while I read my book. My reading is interrupted when I hear the sound of a little hand banging at my door. Yo, Natsuki! Hi, sorry for taking so long. Oh, what am I apologizing for? It's good to make you wait a bit. Whatever you say, Natsuki. Anyway, you texted me saying you were bringing something over with you? Yep. She reaches into a small bag she slung around her shoulder and pulls out a box. Box is white and pink with little cat decals on it. Natsuki plops down onto my couch, places the box in her lap, and opens it. Her smile never fades while doing so. I brought some manga, an anime, and a little notebook. More manga. Ugh. Do I sense that you're going to be dragging me into watching and reading those with you? Nice. Cat lovers unite. Of course. Why else do you think I brought these over? I'd hoped to God not for storing. My house is not your personal playground or lockbox. I know that, dummy. Also, why are you in your uniform? Wouldn't you like to know? Yes, that's why I asked the damn question, woman. She huffs and crosses her arms. I walk over her and peer into the box. This doesn't look like your Parfait Girls manga. Did you get another? Actually, this is a side story to Parfait Girls. Follows up on one of the characters. Oh, okay. Well, what do you want to do first? How about I let you pick for once? How about not? I have absolutely no preference for any of this. Fine, be no fun. Read the manga and then watch the anime. Okay. He hastily pulls out a larger-than-expected looking book from the box. Cover is the same art style as the original Parfait Girls, but with a few changes here and there. I sit down next to her and lean back. Natsuki scoots closer to me and we assume our normal manga reading position. As we read the manga, I study Natsuki's movements very carefully. Can tell the pain she feels in her arms are moderate. She winces every once in a while. She tries to cross her legs or move them. She struggles a bit. Just the sight of this girl in pain irritates me. She tries her damnedest to hide it, too. Are you even paying attention, Ben? Yeah, I guess. Okay then, what just happened? God damn it, Natsuki, don't pull this teacher shit. I knew you were spacing out. I bet I had something on my mind. Why don't you share what was so important? No thanks. You're hopeless. You think only about yourself a lot of the time. Totally. Sound like I just spent a long time today worrying about you specifically. She pouts and tries to close the manga in frustration. I place my hand onto it before she can fully close it. I will pay attention. I promise. Sure you will. Yeah, it is. It is indeed a word. I don't know if I spelled it right. And spell check doesn't exactly agree it is, but it's a word I have seen used on quite a few occasions. Natsuki. I look her square in the eyes. When I make a promise, I follow it, no matter what. Yeah. Don't start acting all macho now to win me over. She internally screams, probably realizing she said something she only meant to think. Natsuki reopens the manga, and as I promised, I paid attention until we finished it. It took a long time, but we did. I love that volume. So, what else did you want to do? We can watch the anime I brought. Anime? Not really familiar with anime, so excuse me if I seem off-put by it at first. I think you'll like this one. Oh, I need to stop yawning. God damn it. Natsuki pulls out a box with Sailor Moon listed at the top. Starting with a real winner, I see, huh? Ugh. Can't go wrong with that. That's a pretty well-known one. It has several animated girls standing next to each other in school-like uniforms of varying colors. This looks really girly. Can I expect it to be like Parfait Girls? You'll see. She walks over to my TV and looks around for a DVD player of some sort. Don't tell me you don't have a DVD player. I do, but it's installed on the TV in my room. I'll go bring the TV out here. No, that'll take too long. You can just go into your room to watch. Something tells me he's not a fan of that idea. What does that look for? Don't get any ideas. I just don't want to wait for you to take forever. I don't have that much time left until I go home, you know. Alright then. Here we go. Whoa. What are you whoaing about over there? Your room is a lot different than I would have pictured it. Not that I was picturing it or anything. Baka. The TV's right there. She looks around at my room and then sits down in front of the TV. She puts in one of several discs inside the case, and the TV comes to light with a cheerful tune. Natsuki smiles and scoots back against my bed. I roll one of my chairs over next to her and offer it. You sure you don't want to sit in a chair? Nope. I'm perfectly fine right here on the floor. I'll join you then. You don't have to do that, dummy. Oh, it's fine. I've sat and slept on many floors in my life. If I get to sit next to a pretty lady, I don't mind. Now you're just being a tease. She punches my left arm as I sit down next to her. She presses play and the first episode begins. Episodes begin, one after another. Nice music, I have to say. Very fitting for the moment. I kept losing focus throughout the endeavor, but Natsuki maintained a constant focus. Not really surprised either. She enjoys anime and manga. She feels comfortable around it, apparently enough to show it to me. The results of the search from earlier still have me on edge. Maybe I should let my guard down for now. Natsuki's no threat to me, and I'm no threat to her. If anyone attempts to become one while I'm around, they'll have to answer to me. Yep, something the folks on Monika's route learned the hard way. Throughout the time I have known Natsuki, it has been interesting. I never thought I would ever feel something as close to compassion as I do now. Granted, though Natsuki and I aren't in any way dating, I still care about her very deeply. I don't know why. I wish Ashley could tell me. Julia's as much help as a wet dictionary. Damn! I should start quoting that. That is a very intellectual way of saying you're useless. So I'm on my own again. The anime's episodes cycle through. Time passes without notice. And before long, Natsuki's phone goes off with a little cat meow. Aw, that's so sweet. I love it. Time for me to go. I see. She goes up and moves over toward the TV, taking the disc out from the DVD player and placing it carefully into its case. Oh, Natsuki? Yeah? What I said about my house being a personal storage, that still holds true. But you can leave your manga and anime here. Are you sure that's okay? Yeah. Can't really take it home now, can you? No. So it's fine if you leave it here. If it was anyone else, I'd tell them to kick rocks. But I'll make an exception for you. Aww, she rushes to me and wraps her arms around me, tears falling from her face. Snake did not expect that. Don't think too much, dummy. Just, no one else would do this for me. But you would. You've been really nice to me. And I don't understand why. I said it once before, Natsuki. I care about you. But why? I don't really understand why either. Something tells me inside that I do. Something that is foreign to me. I know it is what it is. I wrap my arms around Natsuki and allow her to cry silently into my shirt. Feeling an extreme emotional signal inside of me, the following words come to mind that were once uttered to a monster like myself. I am here for you. Even if the very sky were to fall, I will stand before you, ready. Remembering those words brings a single tear to my eye. Missing an S there. This was the very first time I felt as if someone would care about me. He sat there, looking me in the eyes, crystal blue sapphires ensuring me that I will be okay, despite the intense, constant pain that I felt. I tightened my embrace on Natsuki. Natsuki wipes the tears from her eyes. Natsuki. Feeling a little part of me die inside, I utter the following phrase. I'm here for you. Like father, like son. Uh-huh. I know only but a little of the hell you go through on a daily basis. You can guarantee I will be here for you. You accidentally slept on the floor and it hurt really bad. Yeah, unless you make the... unless you've got the proper stuff beforehand set up. Yeah, sleeping on the floor is very uncomfortable. Now understanding the true meaning, I finish the phrase. Even if the very sky were to fall, I will stand before you, ready. She looks as if she's about to break emotionally. She manages to keep her composure. Are you okay, Ben? You look sad. I'll be fine. Natsuki and I go into the living room and retrieve her bag. Oh, Ben? Yeah? The girls wanted me to say something to you. Something that I told them. And that is... you can't act weird about it, okay? Depends on what it is. Ben, I like you. Do you now? Don't make this weird, dummy. It took a lot of courage to say it and to say, you know. I understand. And I care about you, too. She speeds up the words as she finishes her sentence. You've been there for me more than any of my other friends, or even my own family. Why I trust you enough to tell you all this. I appreciate that, Natsuki. Also, don't tell anyone I told you that. You'll be sorry. Warning considered. I'll see you at school tomorrow, okay? Yep. Stay safe, Natsuki. She exits my house and heads home. After that extreme emotional roller coaster I just experienced, decide to make a last-minute trip somewhere. It's time for me to lay some flowers on your grave. It's the least I can do. Feeling my insides burning, I open my door and head to a very emotionally painful grave. Yes. Flashback time. I don't think we've seen this one before. Oop, we have intense music. Really hungry. When am I gonna eat? Stomach growls loudly. It's been days. Back against the cold cement wall and try to look around in the darkness. Hear skittering coming towards me and a little squeak. Hi, Mr. Mousy. Are you hungry too? Reach around and eventually feel the little animal next to me. Cradle it in my hands and pick it up. Bringing it close enough for me to see in the darkness. Reach into my pocket and retrieve some sunflower seeds. Sure to save some for you too. Put a few of the seeds on my hand next to Mr. Mousy, and he happily starts to eat. You're my friend, Mr. Mousy. Smile and giggle a little as I watch my little furry friend eat his food. My stomach growls loudly again, startling me slightly. Once Mr. Mousy has finished eating the sunflower seeds, runs off into the darkness again. Door opens and closes, signaling that father is coming. He steps down the stairs one by one, my panic increasing with each step. I stand up silently and desperately try to stick to the walls. Where are you, boy? I try my best to remain silent. This is fucked. Hear you breathing. Oh no. Don't tell me you're dying. I've been down here for 3 days. Yeah, only 3 days. Fuck's sakes, dude. The human body can go up to 5 days without food before shutting down completely. All of a sudden, I feel someone standing in front of me. Then something grabs a hold of me by my hair. Gotcha! Ah, let me go! Shut up! Struggle as hard as I can to break free, but it doesn't work. Jesus Christ, boy. My body goes limp. I feel him dragging me to the middle of the basement. I'm with you, Sarah. What the hell? Sick of you being so weak all the time. Teach you how to be a man. My body hits the damp floor. He climbs on top of me. As he beats me, I begin to feel numb, tingly. A solid minute of him beating me. I feel completely numb. I can't even tell if he's in the room anymore. I start extremely dizzy. Wake up! I didn't say you could sleep. Ugh! Rise up from my bed completely out of breath. Entire room is spinning. Barely comprehend where I am. Try my hardest to begin my breathing exercises to calm my heart rates. It's all a nightmare. God. Wish I could stop having that exact one. I want to forget that night. Finally calm down and clear my head. Man, that's some messed up shit about our boy here. Yeah. What kind of sick fuck locks their kid in the basement for 3 days? Like, for real, dude. It's either that, or our boy was hiding down there trying to avoid him or something. I'm not sure which, but either way, it is still extraordinarily fucked. Check my clock and realize I am well into the night. Although the trip to Ashley's grave was a long time, I managed to get home a little before 11. Which means I have only been asleep for about 2 hours. I have school tomorrow. Should try to get back to sleep. Good luck with that. Alright, we're by the lockers. Lunch period has begun. I think I'm gonna do a little skipping around again. Just cause we've seen this bit, so I want to start getting to all the Natsuki route stuff. What is interesting, boy? What is interesting? All of us but Natsuki is here. Where is she? Can't say that I know. She called out of school today. Oh, I see. Natsuki hasn't taken a day off of school a single time since I started coming here. Alright. So, what's on the itinerary? I was thinking we could just kind of take it easy on our events today since Natsuki's gone. I know that she'd be pretty upset if we had fun without her. Yeah! Plus, she probably misses Ben. I'm sure she misses all of you too, not just me. Sure. Oh, I see how it is. Very cheeky. So, with that said, why don't we all sit down and kind of chat for a while and maybe read? Anything productive and related to literature. It's sure to be fun if we all partake in it. Her voice emanates around the classroom with an electrifying excitement. Oh, I have an idea. What is it, Sayori? Why don't we all tell stories? Does my mouth ever get tired? Sometimes my throat acts up when I've been doing it for a while, but the only time my mouth ever starts to ache or get tired is when I have been lip syncing along to my music for too long. That's really the only time I ever start to feel like, okay, maybe I should stop. Because I go fucking hard on the music I listen to with that stuff. Ugh. I have done this for many, many mods, so I'm well accustomed to it. And I will do it for many more mods to come. And y'all are going to be picking a new one after we finish Natsuki's route here, since you asked me to pick another route, not do all of them, so... So once we're done with Natsuki's route, we're going to move on to a new mod to play on Wednesdays. Stories? What a fantastic idea, Sayori! What type of stories? How about ones that have an exceptional plot and eccentric characters? Maybe we can all come up with our own stories? Or even tell some from the funny or happy events we've all experienced. That sounds really fun. She hops and giggles to herself, probably coming up with some silly escapades to share with us. I guess this could be a little amusing. Like MLB fanfics. Why? New skins? Why? I remember taking a poll from you guys a while back. that you guys said you'd be down to have me do like another DDLC fanfic reading video. I don't know when or if that's ever gonna happen, but I don't know, maybe I'll do that on the server or something. Links in the description if you want to be there for that. It'll be announced if I ever decide to do that. Yuri smiles smugly to herself. What is Smuggery being so smug about? Let's do it. I'll give us all a few minutes to think. I wonder what kind of story Natsuki would make if she was here. Probably something spitting spiders. Spiting spiders. Sorry, not spitting. It's only one T. That's a nice flub. Recall her giving me a long and drawn-out lecture on why she hated them. Well, nevertheless, I might as well start thinking too. Off we go. Okay, everyone. I think we've all had ample time to think of our stories. Does anyone need more time? Sarah and Yuri shake their heads. I'm fine. So, who goes first? Ooh, me! She stands up and begins to tell her story, giggling constantly at the start. So, there was once this girl named, Zoe. She was a happy and fun girl who was walking through her favorite park one day. She just got done having fun with her friends at her reading club. Before stopping home, she went on a nice walk. She hummed and skipped around until she heard a noise in the bushes. The little rabbit who was hopping out onto the sidewalk. Zoe saw the little rabbit and fell in love with it. Very appropriate with Easter coming up. She knelt down and called for the rabbit to come towards her, and it did! Zoe and the rabbit became the best of friends. That is, until... Another noise came from the bushes. The next thing she knows, a large hairy monster comes up from behind a tree. Roar! I'm here. Zoe and the rabbit got scared and ran away from the meanie monster. Wait. Sayori, was I supposed to be the monster? She giggles and sits down. I have a good one I think you will all like. Okay, bet, Yuri. Sherry was walking through a decrepit, abandoned house. She had been running for a long time now and was getting tired. The man pursuing her growing ever so close. Sherry was scared. She didn't know what to do. The maniac just appeared out of nowhere, almost as if he was a ghost himself. The torn and rotted wood of the corridor she traversed was barely able to conceal and mute her movements. She pleaded with her God that he would not find her. Her very worst fear would come true if he did. I'll hide in here for now. She quietly crawled into a moderately sized wooden cabinet, kept completely silent. She heard steps coming after her. Come out, little girl. His steps got closer and closer. So close, she could hear him playing with the knife in his hands. This man had been notorious for searching for younger girls to mutilate. It was an urban legend. Sherry was determined to not be afraid of anything. She had come to the forest outside of town to prove the legend a myth. Shortly after arriving, her friends that had accompanied her went missing one by one, until only she was left. Then, she started to be chased by a knife-wielding maniac who made it their will to hurt her. Found you. Sherry felt her hair being pulled before she was dragged out of her safe place. His blackened eyes and shaggy hair were the very final thing she saw. Her ears were filled with his evil and lifeless cackle. Very macabre, Yuri. Okay, I guess I'll go next. Off we go. Erica was a 19-year-old girl who was avidly reading in her room. She was terribly bored after her incredibly uneventful day. Eventually, she got really tired and closed her eyes. But she was woken up by someone calling her name. Erica, Erica! In here, Erica! All of a sudden, Erica felt something grab her and pull her towards her book. After crashing into a seemingly non-existent ground, she looked around and felt someone stand by her side. Erica, come on, let's go on an adventure. The charming voice materialized into the image of a prince. He stood there next to her and took her hand. Just then, Erica felt everything in her life was complete. Prince showed her to his castle, his friends, and several intriguing beasts she had never seen before. Let us continue our journey together. Forever. Someday, hun. Someday. He outstretched his hand to Erica, who accepted it and became his princess. She smiled and put on her diamond and emerald crown. But then, Erica felt her legs fall asleep, which ripped her from her dream. Realizing that harsh reality, she sighed and closed the book. Don't you worry, my prince. I will return soon. And that is my story. How romantic! I really enjoyed that, Monica. We're just sitting there with an unamused look on our face, like, why is everyone making stories about me? These girls think I'm some type of joke. The hell? Two of them, I'm some evil and demented monster. The other, I'm some perfect prince. Yeah, we found that out last time. What a handful these girls are. Well, I guess it's my turn now. I wanted to see if this was any different. 1:30. Money appreciates the head pats. Here. I'll give her one for you. Never. Yep, I'm ready to continue now. The boat skids across the water as we begin to reach the beach. I don't think the story is going to be any different. I just wanted to see if this was going to be any different since we're on Natsuki's route, but I guess not. All of our eyes set on one thing. The darkness of the night conceals us and makes it easier for us to approach. Ben, we'll be there in 45 seconds. Copy. Echo 4, you're with me. Understood. Bravo 6, you're on me. Understood. The boat makes contact with the shore and all of us depart from it. Remaining low to the ground, we stick to the foliage that encompasses the beach. Keeping my eyes focused in front of me, my ears open, I make my advance with my partner. We remain completely silent and halt all communications with the other teams. Very faint sound of our steps in the sand reminds me of where I am. The rain begins to fall, something we anticipated and relied on. The rain and the ocean will help mask our movements and conceal our sound. It should also make things easier when we have to make contact. I was told there was going to be a heavier than normal storm, which is why we made our approach tonight. Furrowing my brow, traverse a rock passage which reveals our target. My partner and I continue to skulk against the foliage as we get closer to the house. The lights are still on, and it seems somewhat lively. It's no matter. We have our mission. We will complete it no matter what. Getting closer to the building, I slow down and listen to the people inside. I wave to my partner behind me that we found our target. He gets closer and places a small device under the folding of the building. I move around to the back of the building near a door and do the same. Take my position against the left side of the door. My partner takes the right. We look at each other and quietly try the knob. It's locked. I move to the lock begin to inspect what type of mechanism it uses. After figuring that out, I grab my multi-tool and insert it into the lock. Click. I gently open the door and move into the house. My partner remains behind to cover my leave. Readying my commissioned M9A1, move silently across the marble flooring. The dark room ends at another door that my target sleeps behind. This man is evil. He's orchestrated the cold-blooded murders of many innocent people. Those who elude us for a short time. Or so he thought. We've known about his residence for a very long time now. We just never had ample opportunity to strike. During my briefing earlier in the night, when I found out about this, I swear to God I smiled. Something rare during these times. I move across the hall, avoiding any light and human contact. I test the knob for his bedroom. It's open. Opening the door and closing it gently and silently behind me, I approach him. The man is fast asleep in his bed. I was originally curious about how he could sleep at a time like this, but he seems to have a very good sound dampening material in the walls. You can barely hear the people in the other room. But that also works out for me. I take no more time to think or reflect. His body flinches and twitches for a split second, then goes limp permanently. That's what you get, boy. Alright, let's go. I press a little button on my vest and silently leave the way I came. My partner and I stick back to the foliage and return to the boat. How's that? Yuri, period mouth. Everyone's just like, bruh. What? What? Did you come up with all that in the short time we had? Well, no. That was a story one of my old classmates told me at school a lot. There's more to it, but a lot of it is just filler, and I kind of just cut to the good part. I'm impressed. You told it very well. I was on the edge of my seat. Sayori.chr has stopped responding. Please contact your administrator. Sayori! He killed the man. Yes, that is what happened, Sayori. Glad you're on the same page. Yes, Sayori. That's mean! Were you always this dense? You're too precious, Sayori. Never change. Sorry. It was a good story. I just didn't expect the killing part. What'd you expect? I don't know. Maybe a tickle? You're so innocent. Never change, Sayori. Never change. Sayori.exe has stopped working. .chr. She's a character file, a CHR file. Ah, yes. That old comic I made in middle school. It was more just an excuse for me to do stupid shit with stick figures than anything else. It was fun, though. And yes, dude. The fucking Flash game about the big red button. I'll never forget that. That is real shit right there. I remember playing a recreation of it on Little Big Planet 2. It was so much fun. If you've never played it, it's called Do Not Press the Big Red Button. It's fucking hilarious. I wrap an arm around Sayori and rub my knuckles against her scalp. Ow, 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 ow! You're gonna mess up my hair. Alright, so now that we're done with our stories, we should get ready to pack up. Checking my watch, I realized we spent over an hour in the club room just telling stories. Time flew fast today. Wow. The girls began to pack up their stuff. Slinging my bag over my shoulder, I instinctively looked to Natsuki's desk. Ben, dumbass, she isn't here. Shaking my head at myself, Suri waits for me at the door. What did the state of Florida ask us to do? Oreo, what did the state of Florida ask us to do? Suri attempted to talk to me all the way home. I didn't offer many replies, I just kept silent and moving forward. Then, I realized something that I should have before. Hey Sayori, mind if I ask you a question? Of course. Is it about Natsuki? You're worried about her, aren't you? We were bad, but now we're good and we're moving into your neighborhood. Really? Did you hear that LBP 3's servers were down? I'll be real with you, Sarah. I never actually played Little Big Planet 3. I wasn't a huge fan of some of the things that they did in Little Big Planet 3. So I never really played that entry. I know my brother played it. Like, I don't know. I just like the first two better than the third one. Oh. That's YouTube for you. Although, interestingly enough, I actually heard the other day YouTube was actually dialing back their profanity policy because fucking nobody liked it. And it's screwed over so many people's old videos that they're like, yeah, even we admit this was a stupid change. So, yeah, we're dialing things back. Which is fucking astonishing to hear. Have you heard anything? I can't say that I have. Monica said that she called in sick today. Alright, just curious. It's a little cute that you care about her, you know? I don't respond. Siri and I reach our normal spot and she departs. I look up into the sky. It's not a bad day. Should probably head inside now. Lying down in my bed, I read one of my books. Occasionally, I glance over to the box Natsuki left in my room. I only ever get this feeling rarely. It's one I despise. The sun eventually sets and my room grows dark. Setting my book to the side, I lie my head back onto my pillow and close my eyes. Who the hell is calling me right now? Grab my phone and see that it's Monica. Grimacing, I answer. Bloody 2 in the morning, girl. What do you want? What do you want, Monica? Try to sleep. Hey, I know it's late and all of a sudden. Her voice is weak, it's cracked. I know why Natsuki wasn't at school today. Tell me. Now. Are you sure? I didn't fucking stutter. Tell me. Realizing I let my exhausted emotions overcome me, I lower my voice. Sorry, I just woke up. Please tell me. She's at the hospital. She was admitted last night. The fuck? What exactly transpired between last night when she left and right now? Yeah, you've missed some fucked up stuff from earlier in chapter 1 here. Fucking shit, dude. I didn't think this is where it would lead. I'm here with her now. Without saying another word, I get up from my bed and start to rush down the stairs. Wait, Ben, what are you doing? Coming down there. But there's a problem with that. What is it? I swing open my door and exit my house. Father is here with her. All the better. Her father. Father. Yeah, his father's... Yeah, just so you know, there's some fucked up shit going on with her father in this mod. Like, for real, I'd highly advise going back and seeing what all was revealed about him in this mod. I understand. Oh yes, he very much deserves it in this mod. Like I said, go back and see the shit that he's done. I'll be there soon. Text me a room number she's in. Okay. I end the call without further thought. I knew my suspicions were correct. My guts never lied to me. I start to sprint to the west as fast as I can. Ignoring traffic and passerbys, continue my sprint down a narrow street that leads me along the main roadway. Ignoring everything around me, I have only one focus. Natsuki. You weren't at school today, and I was worried. You didn't text me back today, and I was worried. Got home after club, and no word from you. I was worried. Sorry, Natsuki. I'm coming to see you. Eventually, I reach the west entrance of the hospital and rush into the lobby. Meeting with the receptionist, I ask which room 18D is. She points me in the direction and asks if I'm okay. I ignore her and run down a small marble hallway towards an elevator. I enter into it and press a button labeled 3F. The elevator opens. I'm met with a much brighter and pristine hallway. I follow the signs to get closer to Natsuki's room. 15D, 16D, 17D, 18D. Here we go. I stop outside of a wooden door. Hold on to your butts, folks. I take a second to calm my breathing and restore my composure. Fixing the bearing of my dress shirt, I open the door and walk in. Pushing open the door, I walk inside at a slower pace, making sure it didn't look like I was sprinting seconds ago. Looking around the room, I notice that several beds are empty, except one at the very end, next to a window. Monica gets up and walks over to me, extreme concern on her face. Older man's voice splits into the silent air, hits my ears as if someone cracked a whip. Who are you? A man in a white dress shirt and black tie approaches me. His eyes burn into mine like fire, trying to force intimidation me and get me to weaken. His voice is deep and raspy. When he gets closer to me, I realize he is a few inches taller than me. He's around 5'11". Man taller than what I would have expected Natsuki's father to be. Monica moves silently by my side. I can practically feel the fear she's emanating. I'm Ben, a friend of Natsuki's. And you're here. Why? I would assume it would be for the obvious reason. Then they make a gesture towards Natsuki, who is lying down in a hospital bed, unconscious. Dude, fucking James Rolfe did that for one of his videos for the fucking Amiga CD32. Literally burned it with a flamethrower. And because he used it for, work, his videos, he could write it off on his taxes. Imagine being able to write off a flamethrower on your tax returns. Holy shit. That's fucking living. I'm here to check on a friend. See if she's okay. So you're her friend. Correct. It would be a little weird if I had no other relation to her and I just showed up randomly, huh? I guess so. Keeping my eyes on his, trying my absolute best not to lash out at this guy. Continue my normal small talk. Where are my manners? I am sorry. I never introduced myself. I extend my arm out and offer my hand to him. My name's Ben. He stares at me for a moment before reaching out and grabbing my hand. Matsumoto. His grip is firm. Turn the strength and shake his hand. He really does. You're Natsuki's father? Yes, I am. The name matches with what's on Natsuki's registration record. I turn and face Monica, attempting to break the interaction between me and Matsumoto. How is she? She's been unconscious since she was admitted. Which was how long ago? Has she now? What happened to her? The doctor said she suffered a pretty bad head injury. But not anything will cause permanent damage. Not anything that'll cause permanent damage. Sorry, I misread that. Thank God. Slowly moving across the room, I approach Natsuki's bed. I shouldn't get too close either. A pair of eyes constantly beams onto me. Matsumoto walks across the room to a small sink. I'm gonna be aching to find out how this happened. In his hand, he holds a small clear glass. I take this opportunity to get closer to Natsuki. She's unconscious, but not peaceful. Her face shows to me that she is still in pain, even in sleep. She probably isn't comfortable to be being restricted to her own subconscious while her father is here with her. Out of my peripheral vision, watch Matsumoto fill a glass with water and drink it. If I could get you out of here, I would, Natsuki. Could do with a comma right there. If I can't, I know Monica can. I lean my head down and look at Monica. She looks at me with sadness in her eyes. I know this whole situation is something that pisses me off to my very core. But I can't even think of how it affects Monica. She tries so hard to help her friends as much as she can. Her being here with Natsuki proves that much. Especially with Matsumoto here. The man possesses a very strong stare. I have no idea how scared she was, or how concerned she is that I'm here. Matsumoto finishes his glass of water and walks back over towards me and Natsuki. So, what is your relationship with my daughter, Ben? Relationship? I have to answer this carefully. Any answer I give incorrectly can adversely affect Natsuki. Decisions, ladies and gentlemen. Decisions. I mean, all of these would work. Honestly, with the context of the story that we have so far, it feels like this middle one here would be the most logical choice. I'm betting if you say club, he's gonna ban her from it or something, but I feel like lying is a bad idea. I mean, put it this way, if we say that we're a mutual friend in the same way that Monica is, what is that going to do for us? I feel like the safest option is saying... I feel like the safest option is that she's just a classmate, nothing more. That way we don't draw too much attention to ourselves. But yeah, if we go the mutual friend route, I'm really not sure how that's going to play out. I don't know, as I'm thinking about it. I mean, we did already kind of tell her, or tell him, that... I mean, like, yeah, why else would we be here? We're her friend. But, of course, he's gonna think about it in that way, knowing this guy. Just seems like that type. So, what do we go with here? Let's see. Yeah, we'll put that right there. Why not? In case we end up having to come back to this later down the line. What do we think? Florida man beats up abusive father with alligators taped to his hands. Honestly, I'm thinking we go with that she's just a classmate. But the scenario I envision, like if he wants to go to a worst case scenario, is like, oh, so you're something like, oh, you're going out of your way, spend time in class with my daughter or some shit like that. So I don't know. I've been starting to lean toward it might be best to just say that we're a mutual friend. I mean, it's true. Just say literature club. What do we think, guys? Is that what we want to go with? Anyone else want to chime in? Does anybody else think we should go with literature club? That we're club members. You're thinking classmate. Yeah, see, I was thinking that at first too, but then, like I just said, that worst case scenario is like, oh, you're going out of your way to spend time in class with my daughter. Truth is damaging, but not as much as a lie. I mean, none of these are really, because they're all true in their own ways. It's just picking our words carefully here. So, he wants to know what relationship we have with her. And obviously, I would think we would want to downplay it. Anybody else thinking we should go with club? Because the three of us are all at different options here. Sarah, blast away. Either of you two have any thought on this? What we should do? Maybe the tiebreaker. Or do I have to get somebody involved here to flip a coin for us between you two? I'm gonna wait 20 seconds. Yeah, we've been skipping around a little bit. I see, Brad. How's your morning going so far, even though you just woke up? Yeah, we've been debating what to choose here. I'm leaning towards mutual friend. My man Oreo says we should just say literature club, and Underskin says classmate. Yes, British man is here. Yeah, see, that's what I just... See, that's the conclusion I just reached, too, because there's problems with both of these. Because, yes, this is true, and yes, this is true. And initially, I thought this was the safest option at first, until I realized the way this guy thinks, he's probably going to be like, oh, you're going out of your way to spend time in class with my daughter, or some shit like that. So I'm like, yeah, that's probably not going to work. Why would a classmate turn up to the hospital? And, you know, literature club member, Oreo raised the point that it's like as soon as he hears that, he's probably going to ban Natsuki from the club. I don't know if that would actually happen. But, yeah, that's why I started leaning towards mutual friend. So it seems like that's what we're going to go with here. I don't know if that's the correct choice, but that's what I'm going to choose. That's my rationale. So, Natsuki is a good friend to Monika. Thought I would come along to provide some support. We barely talk, but I thought I should at least help out somewhat. Monika and I are really close, and I've heard how worried she was. I just had to come by. Matsumoto looks at me and takes a deep breath in. I see. Well, I appreciate that you're here to support my daughter. I have to say that she doesn't need it. She's a strong girl. She can manage without you. Oh, boy. I understand. So she got hit in the head? I tried to change the subject. If I let him continue, he would probably ask me to leave. I can't leave just yet. Yes. Sometimes she just doesn't listen. I have told her several times to not run up and down the stairs. She could fall and get seriously hurt. She didn't listen. She ran up the damn stairs, slipped, fell down. Why would she even be running up the stairs? I haven't got a clue. Sometimes she's weird. Got that from her mother. Oh, I see. Speaking of which, where is her mom? I look visibly around the room. I already know what happened to Natsuki's mom. I just want to see what this man has to say. I know you do, boy. I know you. Her mother died in a robbery years ago. Oh, damn, so that's how it happened. At least that's what you're gonna say about it. Oh, yeah. Robbery? God, so sorry to hear. Fake empathy. Courtesy of Julia. I was at work when it happened. I wish I could have been home to save my wife. Matsumoto takes a sharp and lengthy inhale. At least Natsuki wasn't home that night. Where was she? She was at a sleepover. Breaking it to her was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I guess I can relate. I lost someone who was basically my mother when I was younger. Pain you feel, the emptiness that covers you, crushing sadness. It's hard for someone to take it all in at once. Especially a little girl. Wow. I really expected a boy like you to understand loss like that, express it in words. I believe all of us have our own battles. They make us who we are, right? Very true. You said your name was Ben, right? Correct. I appreciate you and that girl over there coming by to see if she's okay. Of course. Did the nurse tell you when she would be awake? No, unfortunately. Excuse me, young lady? Young man? Older woman walks into the room, dressed in medical garb. I hate to say this, but visitation hours are now over. I have to ask you two to leave. And sir, I know she is your daughter, but you will have to leave in the next hour as well. Little Natsuki has to get her rest. Alright, I'll get packed up here soon. Monica walks over to Natsuki and leans down to gently kiss Natsuki's forehead. As I turn to leave the room, Matsumoto calls out to me. Oh, Ben. Would you mind if I spoke to you privately for a second? Sure. This is gonna be good. Monica looks at me carefully, but I wave her out of the room. Just leave me to this. Monica and the nurse exit the room, leaving only an unconscious Natsuki, her father, and myself. Hold on to your butts, chat. I don't know how this is gonna go. Monty, get in here. Oh, you're already rolling your eyes at this, like you know how this is gonna go. The air turns chilly very quickly, and I can feel the tension spike. So, let's get one thing straight. You seem like a good kid and all. If you lie to me again, I'll make your life a living hell. How did he know I lied to him? What do you mean lied? Crossing my arms, I look nonchalantly into his eyes. He returns the gaze. Let's just say, I'm a protective father. Told me your name, and I happen to remember seeing it a lot on her phone. You two text and call each other. A lot. If you're just scared about making a bad impression, you should have just told me the truth. Even so, you aren't involved with her in any way. Keep it that way. She doesn't need you. Excuse me, sir. Correct, you caught me in a lie. But I'm gonna be level with you. When I first came into the room, you gave me a stare like you were gonna kill me. It wasn't a very warm welcome. Don't you think? Now let's look at my point of view. Boy that I noticed my little girl talks to a lot and seems sweet, walks into her hospital room randomly. No notice whatsoever. As a father, to at least be defensive of my daughter in her state of vulnerability. Vulnerability? Did you think I was gonna try something with her while she's unconscious in a hospital room? Can you blame me? I don't think you want me to answer that. Maybe I do. You're gonna be a man and answer a question an elder gives you? He raises his voice. I only have one elder, and it ain't you. I didn't come here to start anything bad with you. In fact, I came here just to see if my friend was okay. Last thing I want to do is create problems with her father. You're her father. I don't intend to get in between that or take her away from you. I know that is what you're concerned about. Unless there's something else you're worried about? You have a lot of guts to stand in front of my face and say these things. You don't want to know the shit my boy's seen here. Doesn't it make it better if I do? Or would you rather me attack you behind your back? I suppose you're correct. But answer me this. What is your true relationship with my daughter? We're only friends. We're not dating. We're not involved. We're only friends, sir. Thank you for answering. Now leave. Without saying another word, I turn my back to Matsumoto and leave the room. So I guess mutual friend wasn't the correct choice. I don't know if any of those are then, because like I said, I saw problems with the other two, but maybe I had something backwards. You've been watching Jurassic Park or something? Because you be quoting Samuel L. Jackson. Have I? Have I been quoting Samuel L. Jackson? Stepping out into the lit hallway, Monica stands up from a nearby bench. Is everything alright? I heard yelling. Yeah, everything's fine. Come on, let's go. I grab Monica's wrist and start to walk towards the elevator. Is everything okay? No. No, it isn't. What happened? Matsumoto knew I was lying when I talked about Natsuki. He was playing me the entire time I was in there. Playing you? What do you mean? He was testing the things I was saying. He was manipulating me. He did the same thing to me. What do you mean? He kept asking me weird questions that didn't really have any rhyme or reason to them. All the while, he was looking at me as if he was extremely angry. When you walked in, he changed. He acted normally. I even thought for a moment that you had him in the palm of your hands. From what you said, it didn't turn out that way. No. But now I know he is pretty attentive. When we reach the elevator, I stop and think for a moment. I don't believe for a second that Natsuki fell down the stairs. Just seems too made up. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to hear more details on the exact, severity of the head injury. You were just told, it's nothing severe, nothing that'll be, lasting. But yeah, something is off with that. No, he was correct. What? He fell down the stairs. That I know is true. The irregularities of the bruises I saw on Natsuki match it. I took a few minutes to look at her while her father was turned away. What was, however, on my mind was why she was running on the stairs, right? Exactly. And I'm pretty sure we both can make a good guess as to why. The door of the elevator opens and both of us enter. Uh-huh. Dad, please. I don't want to tonight. Jesus Christ, can you just shut up? Better when you don't speak anyway. Please, I can't let you do this anymore. The hell's gotten into you? Stop moving. Making this harder for me. Get off me! Ugh! The hell's wrong with you? Back to you little whore. No! Stay away, Dad. I try to run up the stairs as fast as I can. When I reach the top, my foot slips and I come crashing down. I feel something pressing against my forehead. Dad, please stop. I don't want this. Stop. Natsuki! It's okay. Wrap my arms around her. Hold her tightly. What you're saying, mate, is that this hits a little close to home for you, am I right? And if not, sorry if I'm jumping to conclusions. That's just the impression I get from what you're saying. So... Jeez. Sweetheart. It's me. She sobs into my shoulder in a panic. Ben? What are you doing? Where am I? You're in the hospital. What? Found out a few hours ago. Came here immediately to see if you were okay. Why? She tries to keep her composure, but fails to do so. Tears begin to seep out from under her eyelids. Do you not remember what we told you earlier, girl? Why? Because I was worried about you. What other reason would I be here? You really like this, don't you? I see you over there. I don't know. Wait, where's my dad? He isn't here. He left a few hours ago. It's just you and me right now. Oh. I got to meet him. Now I have somewhat of a picturesque profile down of him. Natsuki? She looks up at me with complete anxiety in her eyes. Beautiful pink eyes were never meant to express emotions like this. Heart stings just thinking about it. Wrap my arms around her again. Glad that you woke up. So he left, huh? Hospital staff forced him to leave. How did you stay, then? I didn't. I snuck in. I know you, boy. Probably went around, climbed back up through the window. You really think I was gonna let you spend this night alone? What a fucking legend. Really? Yes. Natsuki finally wraps her arms around me in response. She rests her head against my neck in defeat. I was worried about you. Monica told me you haven't woken up since you went unconscious. Redundant, much redundant? I had a very hard time keeping my composure. I didn't mean to. I know you didn't. Snuck in through the window as it got late. See? Told you. Threw me across the floor and busted my chin open. Do it for the hell of it, though. Self-defense, because you threw the first strike. Oh. I'm really sorry you had to go through that, man. I know you've told me about it before, but it never gets any easier. Never gets any easier to hear about it, man. Just kind of thing that I don't easily relate to, because I didn't go through too much of that growing up, so... Yeah, like I said, I'm just... I feel like I'd just be repeating myself, so I think I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm just glad things aren't that way for you anymore. At least with where you are right now. It's just the kind of thing I wouldn't wish upon anyone, you know? Ugh. Anyway. I think that went down the wrong pipe. When I entered the room, it was completely dark. Natsuki was still unconscious. She was talking in her sleep. Things I heard made me sick to my stomach. How could a father do that to his daughter? The little lady before me is broken. Only a man as close as a father could bring this pain. Natsuki grips me with all of her remaining strength. trying to seemingly get me closer to her. I can tell she's broken inside. Everything her father has done to her to this point has been something that even a majority of sinners would excommunicate. Natsuki doesn't deserve any of this. No! I could find a way to take all of her pain and deal with it myself. I would. She's so sweet and caring on the inside. Rude and arrogant outside, it's just there as a self-defense mechanism. Yep. Wish there was more I could do to save this girl. I don't know what I can do. Her nails gripping into my back. She pulls tighter, her sobs growing more intense. Shh. Here to protect you, Natsuki. She calms down a little, tries to stop sniffling. Stroke her hair and tighten my embrace. Yep, just be her rock right now, man. That's all she needs right now. Just be her rock. I know I haven't been much help since you met me, but I do plan to save you from this hellish nightmare that you live. Thank you. No one else would have done this for me. Well, here I am. And I'm always gonna be here for you. No matter what. Natsuki and I sit together for what seems to be an eternity. The night of the sleepover, she told me that when I am around, she felt safe. Us being together right now is probably the closest she's felt to safe in a very long time. Eventually, I'll have to leave and return home. Yes. Give her all the head pats. Give her all the hugs, Chad. She deserves them. I really don't want to leave Natsuki here. But I can't take her with me. Least I can do is stay with her for a while. Interrupting my thoughts, Natsuki's weakened voice cuts the silence. You met my dad, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Her hands tremble slightly. Nothing bad happened. Huh? Both Natsuki and I release each other. Nothing bad happened when he saw you? He had a little disagreement with me, but we cleared that up quickly. I'm honestly surprised. I always had a fear you two would meet. That I wanted you to or anything like that. Plus, you should only meet a girl's father if you're dating her, right? Couldn't tell you. I haven't got a damn clue about dating. Either way, I was still concerned about you. Even if there was a chance your father and I would have had a problem, you were going to be my priority. Yes, indeed, Sarah. Went to a place called North Holmes for 30 days. I see. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. I don't think I remember the second instance. Mid-June. Sends to an academy treatment place for 9 months. Huh. Not sure I remember that. Although, I guess that makes sense. Stop saying things like that. Talked about teasing me. I'm not teasing you this time. She blushes and looks away while I chuckle. So, now that you at least know my father a little bit, see he's not easy to talk to, or even be around. Yeah, I noticed. He and I had a civil discussion for a bit. Hell, even for a short bit, I couldn't believe he was as abusive as you say. But that changed very quickly. He always fakes in front of people. When they leave, he goes back to being himself. There are times when I just want to run away and never come back. Why haven't you called the police? I've thought about doing that. But what if nothing happens? What if something does happen and they arrest him? Where would I go? He pays for the rent and the bills. That is a good question. And it isn't like I can just move you into my house with no repercussions whatsoever. My guardian would kick my ass and then your father would follow suit. I take Natsuki's hands in my own and look into her eyes. Yes, it is not a simple matter. This much is obvious. It needs to be thought out carefully. Unlike a certain other Natsuki mod. How did that go, by the way? I don't remember hearing much about that. Other than that you were headed back to Texas. Find a way to get you out of this. Promise. Well, guess if it's you, I'm willing to believe it. I mean, like I wanted you to do anything. I can handle this all on my own. No, you can't. I like the confidence, but it's just fake at this moment. I'm gonna help you. Starting with staying here with you for a while. It's the least you can do after all the teasing. Yeah. Scoot my chair closer to the bed. Can I ask something, Ben? I mean, you're going to ask me anyway, so sure. Shoot. Is it okay if I rest my head on your shoulder? I see you glowing up down there. We got to do a little of that before stream. After we're done, okay? I was gonna sign off after we're done with this night, so be patient, you. Don't get the wrong idea. Just hate this way, the bed. Just hate the way this bed has me positioned. Sure. Scoot as close as I can to the bed. She scoots down and gently rests her head on my shoulder. You're gonna have to leave me soon, aren't you? Can't get caught in here. So yes, I will. I know you don't want to talk about what happened, but I need to confirm for my own good. Your father said you fell down the stairs. Is that true? She hesitates for a moment before answering. Yes. Were you running from him? Yes. That's all I need to know. And I'm sure you don't want to go into detail. I really don't. Then just relax. I wrap an arm around Natsuki, assuring her that I'm here for her. It wasn't long before I hear small coos coming from her. She's fallen asleep on my shoulder. Not a damn bed. But I think I will stay here for a bit longer. She does seem comfortable, and I don't mind it. Yeah, let her get well and truly asleep. And then we can nudge her back carefully, and then we can head out. Yeah, I was actually just about to sign off, Cerberus. Because we just found out some pretty pertinent information about why Natsuki's in the bloody hospital. Yeah, let's just say a lot happened up to this point, Cerberus, to get to where we are right now. we did some skipping around to get to all the Natsuki stuff with chapter 1 here, but yeah. I'm quite enjoying Natsuki's route so far. I think it's predictable, sure, but it's pretty well done. I quite like what it has to offer so far. Anyway, my Loosing Academy was actually pretty good. Had a rough few weeks there. Then I got moved from Unit 2 to Unit 5 after having problems with the other kids there. Things were good at that place. Well, that's good to hear, mate. That's good to hear. So, yeah. How have things been with you, Cerberus? Like I said, I was just about to sign off for the night. Yeah, we went through the 2 choices, and then we got to here, where we apparently picked the wrong one. So, we're gonna see how that plays out. Oh, yeah, I remember... I remember my brother, he liked woodshop. The middle one. Lost a fingernail and a disc sander. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. At least you only lost a fingernail. Because a meat cutter that I used to work with, let's just say he lost a little bit more than that once. Yeah, that was not a fun day. That was not a fun day. You've been learning some more coding? I remember you talking about that in the server. That's good to hear, mate. Yeah, I'll be looking forward if you ever make like a sub mod for boss or anything. Have regenerative abilities to some extent. Yeah, by the way, this meat cutter, he no longer works at our store, but I believe he is the head of another kitchen at one of our stores, another Nolan's location down in the city now. So, yeah, despite the mishap, he's doing pretty well with himself. He's doing pretty well for himself now. He's like a, proper meat cutter now. But yeah, like, I remember seeing one of his fingers, all bandaged up and shit after it happened. And then when I heard what happened, I'm like, shit, dude, that sucks. Yeah. I always gotta be careful with them damn things. Yeah. But, I'm one to talk. I never really did meat cutting. I only really have a basic understanding of doing stuff behind the meat counter. Like, I know enough to run the counter, basically. That's what I can do over in the meat department, other than shit I already know how to do. Look for stuff on the shelf and fill it. Being able to track things down where they go. That's like, shit, I do that every goddamn day up there. So, like, yeah, that's nothing. But yeah. Also, you and Monica celebrated a week together. Yeah, last Saturday, Bonnie and I celebrated 3 years together. I did record a little video. I did record it for, our sake, so we can look back on it. I don't know if I'll upload it, though. I do a lot of those kinds of recordings. But I usually don't upload them, because, like I said, that's usually just for us. If I go to Wisconsin, visit Prairie du Chien. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Wisconsin, we do usually have a couple places we go to in Wisconsin when we go on vacation. I don't know, maybe I'll bring it up this year. I don't really see the point in recording a video with Moss, but hope that it came out pretty nice. Like I said, it's more just for our sake than anything else. Just us doing some stuff on our on our 3-year anniversary. I gifted her some stuff, like the hoodie she's wearing right now. And I tried out something that I added to Moss a little while ago. I don't know how well y'all can see it with the size of the window, because the text isn't exactly readable on my OBS view here. But I added this a while ago. This little option right here. It's a little sub-mod. I decided to try that out on our 3-year anniversary. It was fun. Although I couldn't do the one that I wanted, I guess, because it wasn't implemented yet. Maybe in a future version. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna sign off so that I can fulfill my promise. Maybe you should release the video when you make a Patreon. I've thought about doing that on a few occasions, but I don't even know what I would do with my Patreon. I might just follow in the footsteps of Madrybread and just make Patreon like a tip jar. Because that's what he does. Like, he has said many times that his show, like, is always free. And it's always just there as a tip jar if you want to pitch in a little bit. So, I don't know. I'd run the idea past you guys before anything, because, you're the ones that are going to be watching. And, this is as much your channel as it is mine. I'm playing the stuff that you guys want me to play, so I'd want to run the idea by y'all. Might take a road trip to White Bear, maybe, before going back to Texas. Got a friend in Monona, too, so it's on the way. Oh, yeah. You'll have to let me know what day you're planning to do that, because I only have 2 days off a week. And usually those are Monday and Saturday, but like this week, it's Monday, Friday for some reason, which is what it used to be. But yeah, if you're planning on doing that, let me know when, because I might have to take a personal day or something. I don't know. Because, it's been what? I think the last time we did anything together was when we went to the Mall of America or something. I don't even know, dude. It's been so long. So your days off are random like the mystery box? Not always. They're usually pretty consistent. Monday always tends to be a given. And then, like I said, Saturday is usually the one that I have. Like 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. But sometimes, circumstances make my schedule kind of fucky. Like somebody going on vacation, or just people got things going on a particular week or something. Just something related to people in my department at work. Has it really been since 2016? Shit. I did not think it had been that long. My god, dude. But yeah, if you're in the neighborhood, definitely let me know. Because if I have to take a day off for work, I'll fucking make time. But yeah, try to let me know ahead of time if you can. Because that would help me a lot. Help me, line up a day where we can do that. Yeah, it has been almost 7 years. Like, Christ, dude. And now I'm vying for potential full-time position at the job that I have. It's, last I heard, it was like still in negotiation for like getting it approved or whatever. But basically, I'll be the first to know if anything happens with it. And if it does, yeah, let's just say the schedule I have now is going to get flipped upside down. Because I would be going full-time onto nights. So, you know, the schedule that I usually have now is like 2 to 10. Yeah, try shoving everything 5 hours down. So instead of, you know, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m., be doing 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. Like I said, my schedule would be flipped on its head, dude, if I end up getting it. I'm like, fuck me if I do. Oh, man. Oh, man. Just, but yeah, I've kind of been rambling a bit here. Been chatting with y'all. Get that bread, though. Yeah, that is true. That's part of why I want it, and the full-time benefits. That's all stuff I considered when, you know, the question was dropped on me, like, if it, you know, like, it was dropped on me by the store director, like, you know, would I be interested in a full-time position? And that's, you know, kind of when things got set in motion about, you know, getting the flyers for the other stores approved so that we could, you know, move forward and, you know, go through the process and all that stuff. Making a spin rhythm map of Doki Doki Forever. Oh, nice! I just saw that Spin Rhythm came out of early access, by the way. I got a notification in my email. So yeah, it's the game I'll be looking for on a Steam sale. Because I've got it wishlisted. It did, and there's new songs. Yeah, nice. But yeah, I'm gonna get going so that I can fulfill my promise to this woman here that I made like 20 minutes ago. So yeah, I know this was a little bit shorter than usual for my streams. I usually like to try to go for 4-ish hours if I can, but late night hockey, LOL. By the way, tonight's game was really good. What? 8-5 on St. Louis. We fucking dunked on him tonight. Ugh. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me tonight. So I'm gonna quit rambling now. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow night with Genocide Route on Undertale. I have no expectation that it's gonna go well at all, but I'm looking forward to giving it a shot. So until next time, take care.